You are welcome to guess down below. Pause this video and guess what is inside this bag. Just have a guess, because I feel like people are going to be quite surprised with the choice. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has actually been quite a while since I have filmed a sit-down video, so this feels kind of a little bit awkward. As you probably know, if you have already been watching my videos and you follow my Instagram, I did give birth to a healthy and beautiful baby boy back in April. So yeah, that's why I'm quite rusty, because majority of my videos have been pre-filmed. I have been doing a couple like vlogs here and there, but as you can imagine, life with a newborn is pretty crazy. First and foremost, if you love luxury videos and you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I upload on a Wednesday and on a weekend. Because I do have a bit of backlog of videos, I am sometimes uploading a vlog on like a Monday, Tuesday US time, but that may not continue on because I'm now starting to sort of catch up on my content. I do want to get back into the habit of vlogging. I probably will do so once my husband goes back to work. So at the moment, he's been able to obviously help me with baby C because he's on maternity leave, but when he's back at work, I'm going to try and get back into my routine that I used to have, like exercising and vlogging and all that sort of thing. So this video is all about, as you can probably see by the title, it is going to be an Hermes unboxing, and it is in fact a push present to myself. But there is something I wanted to say before I get into the unboxing. So as you probably noticed, my bags are now missing from the background, but basically this is not a shameless plug. This is just to let you guys know that because you probably have watched my videos before, I have recommended that I use a particular brand of inserts for my Hermes Birkin and Kelly, and that is the 7 Rue Paradis. The insert is currently in each of these bags. So I wanted to show you, this is how the bags look with the inserts actually inside each of the bag. And as you can see, they don't leave, like with Swift, it's an exception. With Swift, you always find that you get impression from the inside pocket. That's not the actual insert leaving those lines, that's actually the inside pocket. But my point is that, as you will see, particularly on the Birkin, which is in Togo, because like I said, Swift is an exception, you do not see any of the impression marks. You do not see any kind of pushing out of the insert inside the bag. You don't know what's in there. And I'm going to link my review video down below of the Hermes Birkin 30 versus Kelly 25, and I also do a review of the inserts, and basically it just explains to you why I recommend the 7 Rue Paradis inserts over any sort of insert that you can use for your bag, because they are the safest, don't leave impression marks, they help to hold the shape of the bag as well. Look, go and watch the video so you will see, because I actually have examples of other inserts I had used over the years. This is the 7 Rue Paradis insert inside my bag. I do have a coupon code with them. So at the moment I have a coupon code POF30 to get €30 off one insert, or POF70 to get €70 off if you need 2 inserts. The code is still valid, so the details will be in the description bar down below. Like, it helps with the shape of your bag. It fits like a second skin, but it doesn't compromise on space, so you don't lose any space when you're using these inserts, which is one of the big things that I don't like. I don't like to lose space inside my bags, because if I'm carrying a particular bag, it's for a particular reason. So if I'm carrying the Birkin 30, it's because I need to carry more in my bag. If I'm carrying, oh my gosh, can't even talk. If I'm carrying the Kelly 25, then it's because I don't need to carry as much. However, this is still a very small bag, and for someone who tends to need more than just the essentials, I can't have any space sacrifice, so I can't have the insert taking up any space inside the bag. So that's the insert inside the Kelly 25, and yet again, it fits like a glove, doesn't take any space away from inside the bag, but then you've got the organization. Like, it's perfect, it's an absolute perfect insert, and that's why I wanted to let you guys know that I do have my coupon with them. It is back. I'm not sure how long it is going to be valid to, but definitely jump on board if you are wanting an insert for your Birkin, your Kelly, your Evelyne. They do Evelyne inserts as well, and they protect the inside of your bag. Hermes does not spar the inside of your bag. I can't stress that enough. So you don't want to damage the inside of your bag, because Hermes are not going to do anything about it. All right, so let's get back to the unboxing. Now, this particular bag was purchased through a consignment store in Japan. I love shopping from Japanese consignment stores. This has come from a company called Ginza Zayoma. I'm probably butchered it, so I'm going to leave their Instagram handle down below. I'll also leave a link to their website in the description bar, because they do have a website, and they were fantastic. Look, let's just open up the bag so you guys can see. This actually wasn't advertised to have come with a box. but I asked if they could help me out and find a box. So it's not exactly the right size. It's kind of, the bag kind of sticks up a little bit, so I definitely wouldn't store it in this box, but it, you know, it just looks nice to, when you receive something, especially something so expensive, it is nice when you get it in a box and you kind of get, you know, almost the full experience that you would get from the boutique. So let's just show you the bag. You are welcome to guess down below. Pause this video and guess what is inside this bag. Just have a guess, because I feel like people are going to be quite surprised with the choice. And it is a push present to myself. I bought this myself with my own money as a gift, a reward, a congratulations, you've had your second child and your family is complete. Because I'm not planning on having any more kids. We are not planning on having any more. So I wonder if you have guessed correctly. I really want to know. Please guess down below what you think this is, guys. I really think that you guys are going to be like, what? I wasn't expecting this, because it wasn't on my wish list. Huh? Huh? Yep. It's a Constance. It is a Constance 24. It is in Evercolor leather, like I said, so raw, I can't even speak properly. Evercolor leather, which is very similar to Swift, except it has more of a grain to it. But this is in the color Rose Azalea. Now, if you watched my bag regrets video, you would know that I regretted selling my Birkin 25 in Rose Azalea, and I sold that bag due to predominantly the reason that I had body dysmorphia and postnatal depression after I gave birth to my first child. That bag was offered to me only about maybe, I think it was, yeah, about 5 months after I gave birth to my daughter, 5 or 6 months after I gave birth to my daughter, and I was still definitely struggling with body dysmorphia, and I still had some postnatal depression, which really coincided with the body dysmorphia, I feel. And I actually wanted a Rose Azalea bag. I requested a Pinkerton 18 in Rose Azalea. My wonderful, back then, Hermes sales associate, she offered me a Birkin 25 in Rose Azalea. I'll include a picture on the screen. I regretted selling that bag, but like I said, I sold it because I had postnatal depression and body dysmorphia, and I felt that a bright pink bag, even though I requested it, but I didn't know until I actually got the bag and started using it, I didn't know that the feelings would go hand in hand with the bag. And it was because it was bright pink. I felt like when I was walking with that Birkin 25 that I was just standing out like a sore thumb, like everyone was looking at me with a bright pink bag. I also felt like it was a very girly, pretty, dainty sort of bag for a girl that was like, you know, looked petite and stuff. Like, even, I just felt like I didn't suit the bill of that. I felt like I was overweight. I felt like not myself. I felt unfit. I felt tired. I had so many bad feelings about myself at the time, and it was really, really horrible, because this is something that women do struggle with when it comes to when you give birth. It is a known thing that we can get postnatal depression, and it's quite unfortunate that we can get it, and the feelings that can come about from it, and that's what came about from it. I didn't feel confident carrying that bag, and because I didn't feel confident, I decided to sell it. But then when I look back on it, I regret it, because now I am confident, I am happy, I don't have postnatal depression this time around. I think I had one day of baby blues, and that was it. And I feel so happy that that was all I had. Even now, I think sometimes I just catch myself thinking, going, wow, I feel so much different this time around. Like, I'm so thankful that my mind and soul is in a better place, and it had nothing to do with the elements around me. It was all in my head. It was all in my head. I know that's a long story, but I just wanted you to understand, because some people go, why would you sell a Birkin 25 in Rose Azalea? That is such a desirable color. It was offered to you by the boutique. Why would you sell it? And that is why I sold it, because I was not in a good place mentally, and the bag did not coincide. I wasn't having happy feelings. Like, I didn't have happy feelings in my mind. The bag, even though it was beautiful and it gave me a good sentimental value, my feelings were just so overwhelming that it didn't matter that I looked at this bright color. It didn't bring me joy. It didn't do anything, because I was not in a good place in my mind with body dysmorphia and the postnatal depression. So I decided that the best way to actually symbolically more so to reclaim how I was feeling back then with the first pregnancy, the best thing would be to get a Rose Azalea bag, I didn't want to get a Birkin 25 again because some of your comments down below when I spoke about my bag regrets, you guys said to me, look, you had gone and repurchased bags after you sold them and regretted selling them, and it didn't work out the second time around. I didn't want to have that kind of potential thing happen, especially for something that is supposed to be symbolic when it's a push present to yourself. So that is why I decided, look, I think the best thing is to actually get a different bag to reclaim that part that I had in my mind and say that I overcome postnatal depression, I overcome body dysmorphia, I'm confident, I'm happy, I love who I am. So that is why I chose a Rose Azalee bag, and that is why I chose not to buy another Birkin 25. Will I buy another Birkin 25 down the track? Absolutely, 100%. I did once have a Constance 24 and it was in Gris Moet. It was also in Palladium hardware too, but it was in Epsom, and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Epsom leather. Epsom leather, yeah, look, I do like Epsom leather in some bags, and I know that in a Kelly Celia, I'm pretty much, these days it always comes in Epsom. Look, I could deal with that fact, but when it came to a Constance, I wanted to make sure I did not get an Epsom Constance 24. I would be okay with a Constance 18, but not a 24, because I knew the reason why I sold that bag was because it was very boxy. It felt very firm on my body, whereas this, if I put this up against my body, I know that I'm not dressed, I only got a jumper on the top, but I'm literally wearing like pregnancy, post-pregnancy shorts right now. So if you look at this, if I push down on this bag, it kind of, see how it kind of like has a bit of a bounce to it? Because of the leather. The leather is softer, it is like Swift, whereas if this was Epsom, it would sort of be sticking out like this. It would stick out like this on me, and if I push down on it, it wouldn't bounce or anything. It would just feel firm, because Epsom is a very firm leather, and I didn't like the feel of that boxy, structured sort of bag against my body. When I was getting my daughter in and out of the car, it would whack and go crazy and all that sort of thing. So there were a lot of things I didn't like about the Constance 24 when it's in Epsom. This actually feels lighter than what it did when I had it in Epsom. Epsom is still a light leather for Hermes, but Swift is the lightest leather that Hermes does, and then Evercolor, being so much like Swift, is pretty much the second lightest leather. So I knew that this time around I would be happy to have a Constance 24 back in my collection in Evercolor leather. I would have taken Swift as well if they had Swift, but yeah, this came up on that Ginza Zayoma, it came up on their Instagram actually. I found it on their Instagram. Usually I've shopped from them on their website or on Rakuten. I have some sad news. Rakuten Global Marketplace is closing down, unfortunately, which is very sad. It might be closed down by the time I upload this video. So like I said, I'm going to have the details down below for this seller. Do keep an eye on them because they have some great deals, and this was a great deal in my opinion. I know that the Constance 24 right now, the retail price is around about $16,000 Australian. If you were to get it in Evercolor, it would definitely be $16,000 Australian. Definitely, because Evercolor is a more expensive leather. The cheapest leather that Hermes does is Epsom, so it might, if you were to go for an Epsom Constance 24, it might be just under 1600. It might be around about 15,600 or something like that, around about there. But I know that for sure the Constance 24 is 16,000. I didn't pay that. I paid less than that. This is a 2017 stamp because Rose Azalee first came out in 2017. So it is a couple years old. From what I can see of the bag, it definitely would have been offered to the first client at least mid 2017 to late 2017. Around the same time, I got my Rose Azalee Birkin when Rose Azalee just came out, and that was offered to me in June. Now the price, like I was saying, the price. I paid $14,600. So I paid less than retail, at least $1,400 less than retail, at least. Probably more, okay, could even be $2,000 less than retail. And the condition that I received it in was in fantastic condition. There was absolutely no problem with it. It didn't have the sticker on it anymore, but I have now put on a different sticker, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Just in case you're not really interested in hardware stickers, I'll talk about it at the end, the hardware sticker that I have on. But yeah, nothing wrong with this bag. No signs of wear whatsoever. Evercolor is, like I said, like Swift. It can show scratches on dark leather, but as you can see on this kind of tone, which is what I call like a light to mid-tone color, it wouldn't show scratches. The same thing as my Gris Asphalt Swift Kelly. It doesn't show any scratches on the bag. I recommend Swift and Evercolor is fantastic for light colors and mid-tone colors. Dark colors, you know, you may have a chance of potentially showing scratches, but it is like Chanel lambskin. You can buff it out with your finger. But I just feel as though with the light and mid-tone colors, you really get the true color saturation on Swift and Evercolor. The color comes up the best on those leathers, without a doubt. Absolutely 100% comes up the best on those leathers. I am filming at another point in time because I totally forgot to tell you guys that with this bag that I got from Ginza Zayoma store, I actually did get it authenticated. I trust the authenticity from Japanese consignment stores. I really, truly do. I also trust my ability to authenticate because I'm very familiar with Hermes. I've experienced a lot of their bags. However, for extra peace of mind, I always still get my bags authenticated. Like I do my own authenticating and then I get them authenticated again by a trusted source. I use Real Authentication to do the authenticating of my Hermes bags. Pretty much anything I need authenticated, I get it done by Real Authentication because I trust their service and I trust their ability in authenticating. So if you are wanting to get anything authenticated, I do have a coupon to get $5 off. So I'm going to leave it on the screen here, and I'll also have the details in the description bar down below. So that's with Real Authentication. I just wanted to let you know that I also got the bag authenticated too, because sometimes you get comments going, how do you know it's real? No. Well, I can authenticate and they've come back and confirmed it as authentic, and I trust the Japanese consignment stores anyway. But I think it's nice for extra peace of mind to always just get another opinion anyway, and always get your bag authenticated whenever you buy from outside of the boutique. Like I said, the experience with the seller was fantastic. So they shipped the bag, it would have been on the second day from when I paid, because I paid very late at night. So a full business day went by, they didn't ship it, and then they shipped it on the next day, which is still very quick. In my opinion, that's very quick shipping. And then it arrived 2 days later by DHL, which is fantastic. It did get sent to me. Their terms were they were selling bags tax-free, so I didn't have to pay any tax on arrival, which was great. And you know, obviously if you had to pay tax on that, it would have brought up the price and I would have been paying the same as retail. So that was their advertisement, that yeah, they ship bags duty-free to certain countries, and Australia happened to be one of them. The seller was very responsive. I contacted them on WhatsApp. I already knew their website, so they sent me the link to their website so I could see the listing and all that sort of thing, and see the details about the bag, all the pictures and all that stuff. But we did the transaction by PayPal invoice, so again, I still had buyer protection anyway. But yeah, I can't say enough great things about them. They were fabulous. I've dealt with them before with other smaller items, but now I definitely am keeping a very close eye on their Instagram page when it comes to Hermes bags, because I would love to go back and shop with them again, because I had such a great experience with them. I think their service was fabulous. So highly recommend, and I have no doubt in the future I will be buying another bag from. I purchased hardware stickers, and these are from a company called Protego. So that's how they came in this card here. And they actually come with 2 sets of stickers. So you end up with, for the Constance in particular, because it's not for all of them, you do get 2 sets of this H buckle here. As you can see, it is not flawless, unfortunately. It is not flawless. You can see that there is a sticker on there. The price is very, very cheap. Let me get my phone and I'll get you the price. Constance 24 stickers are 21 USD. I bought 2 sets of it, so I don't know if they brought down the price because I bought 2, not 100% sure. So all up it was 42 USD. I actually had to get them sent to my on forwarding address because they are based in Thailand. I got it sent to a shop and ship address in Thailand because they aren't doing EMS service like airmail services. A lot of countries aren't shipping to Australia, like Japan isn't shipping to Australia by postal service. Thailand's the same, so DHL would have been too expensive, so I just had to ship it to my shop and ship address in Thailand. So they were cheap stickers, but like I said, it is not flawless. The instructions that they gave is that you should put water, like a little bit of water, and then the sticker on top. I did try that, but I actually didn't like it how it was, even after it dried. I peeled off the sticker, so I wasted a whole sticker, and there was still water underneath. So my honest opinion is I don't feel like you should follow the instructions for that, and I actually wouldn't. I only did it just for the sake of testing to see if it was like the best method to apply, but I really wouldn't recommend ever putting water on your hardware. I'm going to leave the company details down below that I bought these stickers from, even though I am not 100% impressed with them for the Constance. I did get gifted from them some other stickers for the Birkin and the Kelly, and also some feet. So I'm going to show you that. Right, so these are the stickers. This is the Birkin stickers that I got gifted, and then the Kelly stickers that I got gifted as well. Also got some feet that you put at the bottom. So this is kind of the packet that they came in. Now, the stickers for these bags, I was much more impressed with how they look, and I think it's got to do more with the fact that they're on a smaller surface area, whereas on the Constance, on the buckle, it is a big surface area. And that is actually why I wanted hardware stickers, is because I feel like the Constance buckle is the only one that I would say that I personally feel like I want to protect the hardware, because of it being such a big surface and the scratches will show, and that kind of is a little bit annoying. Now I have all 3 bags with me right now, like if you are okay and you don't mind that it's not perfect and you can sort of see like a little bit of, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's not exactly like air bubbling. It kind of is, I suppose, air bubbling. Yeah, it's air bubbling. But if you are okay with that and you don't mind that it is going to be imperfect looking buckle, but it's going to be protected from permanent scratches, then I would still recommend these, because they are very cheap. I would say Protego, if you do want to get hardware stickers, I would say that they're better for the Birkin and the Kelly. However, again, they are not perfect, but because it's a small area, I find that it's a little less annoying if there is a little bit of air bubbles on like a smaller surface area. So as you can see, there's still air bubbles on this. They did have hardware stickers for the tabs here, but it really wasn't the right fit. Like, it looked silly. So this is it on the Kelly. Let me just take this off. It does give a matte look to the hardware, but if you actually look at the Hermes, this is the original Hermes hardware sticker that's just on here. It's actually matte too. Like, it's got a matte look as well. And I actually think because they are a thinner sticker and they're not thick, that they should last longer on the bag. Now the feet that they gifted me as well, I would say that they are actually the best thing that you can definitely buy from this company. So those are the feet on the bag. I'm not sure if that's 100% focusing, hopefully. I had to duck my head away. But as you can see, there is like rubber feet on the bag. So this is what they've gifted me. They gifted me these rubber, they're kind of like a silicone, they're not like a rubber, they're like a silicone sort of feet attachment. And I think that these are awesome. So that's the silicone feet on the Birkin. I definitely recommend the feet from Protego, 100%. If you want to protect the feet of your bag, these silicone caps are awesome. Also adding a little bit more kind of height to the bag as well. So the bag will sit up that just a little bit higher, about 2 millimeters more off of the surface that you put it on. So that's more so protecting your base that little bit more as well. With hardware stickers though, I tend to say that if they start peeling off, if they start peeling off, just take them off completely, because if they start peeling off, that's when you have the chance of getting moisture trapped inside, and that's when you could potentially get tarnishing. Also, it is not good to leave the same adhesive on your hardware for a long period of time. Also, any heat, if you're exposed to heat, that's when actually the adhesive kind of starts to break down, and it can permanently leave a mark on the hardware as well. So there is some risk to it. You have to kind of consider that, bear that in mind. If the risks outweigh the fact of you protecting it from getting scratches. I feel like that's a personal sort of thing, but definitely just if you do decide to use hardware stickers, just keep a very close eye on them. Don't leave them on forever. Take them off completely when they do start to sort of peel back, because there's just far too many risks involved. And then clean the hardware, clean it up, make sure all the potential adhesive that stuck to it has come off completely. Take it off completely, and then you can go ahead and just reattach hardware stickers if you want to. That is pretty much everything that I have to show you guys. Don't forget about my coupon with 7 Rue Paradis if you are in the market to get an insert for your Birkin, Kelly or Evelyne. Can't recommend them enough. They are fantastic inserts. They're the best that you can get. I will not use another bag insert for my Birkin or Kelly, no doubt about it. But yeah, that is all that I have to say. That's my unboxing of my new Rose Azuli Constance 24 with palladium hardware that I purchased from Ginza Zayoma. don't know if I'm saying it right. They are located in Japan, and I think they're located in Ginza. And yeah, I've had a really fantastic experience with them, and I'm very, very happy to add this bag to my collection. That is all that I have to say. I could probably waffle on about all the feels that I get from this bag now adding Rose Azuli back to my collection, but I won't bore you all too much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!